What's up, folks? What's going on? It's the pastor. Downtown Charleston, right at the four corners of, I don't want to call it justice, but at the four corners, right outside of City of Charleston City Hall, across the street from both the federal court, state court, St. Michael's Church, and City Hall. Hoping everybody's having a good Monday. And I wanted to take a minute, to talk about the case. The court case is just getting started with the Charleston County Sheriff's deputy who murdered 3 women on Mother's Day 3 years ago. This May 8th will make 3 years. I hate to call it an anniversary because it seems like anniversaries are joyous occasions. And the reality is that Mother's Day, or May 8th, for the family of Stephanie Dantzler and Shanice and Miranda Dantzler Williams, those families, that the joy of those dates will never be the same. Just as holidays and birthdays and other celebrations will never be the same. But after almost 3 years, this case is finally going to court. And today, although there was very little information about what was happening today, we found out. Fortunately, I was actually joined this morning with my good brother, Minister DeAndre Muhammad, to sit in on the proceedings this morning. But we found out after getting here that actually the proceedings this morning at court were about jury qualifications, okay? And for those who don't understand how that process works, before jury selection, the court will bring in a group of people who have to qualify for jury duty. And of that group of people, a certain amount of those people are selected for jury duty. But these are not the people that specifically are going to sit on the jury in the trial. So today, and this jury qualification period is a closed period. It's not open to the public. They ask the people that are called in, potential jurors, their qualification, are their age, and and various questions to qualify them to sit on a jury. But not at this point will they be selected for a particular jury. And today, apparently, the qualifications process were for two jury trials, not just one, not just the trial of the Charleston County Sheriff's deputy who killed these 3 women. But there's a second trial where they were qualifying jurors for today also. So they had 44, it's my understanding they had 44 prospective jurors that they brought in order to make sure, to see if they were qualified. And of those 44, I think it's 14 per case will be selected once they get to the courtroom where the actual trial is going to take place. That's where the actual jury selection for the particular cases will take place. So this qualifications thing today, it's just a matter of making sure that they have a pool of people to pick from for the particular cases that the juries will be selected in order to try, where they'll make the decisions about guilt or innocence in these cases. That's expected. That process, which is, I think the legal term is voir dire. That process will take place probably this afternoon. And there's a strong possibility, although there's no guarantees, it's all up to the judge. The judge will decide that after the jury is selected, the judge can actually decide, okay, we're going to move forward today with opening statements, opening arguments. But, and I say but, And I think it's actually what the solicitor, Scarlett Wilson, is thinking, that the judge will delay opening arguments and actually starting this case until tomorrow morning. Okay, hopefully. But of course, it's up to the judge. Judge doesn't have to take that into consideration or not. Judge can say, okay, we got a jury, we got a defendant, we got victims. Y'all prepared? Are y'all ready? Let's go. That's the judge's decision. But I think that really the solicitor, I think that hopefully she's had a conversation maybe with the judge. I don't know. But hopefully it'll work out that this case will start tomorrow morning. And again, just like I'm here today, and I think DeAndre Muhammad, just like he was here today, we'll both be here tomorrow. But tomorrow we'll be here with the family of the victims. The family, the mother, Miss Betty Simmons, the mother of mother of Stephanie, and grandmother of Shanice and Miranda, with Stephanie's brothers, Darren and Eric, and their loved ones. Darren and Eric, that would be Shanice and Miranda's uncles. They will be here. Shanice and Miranda's father, Randall, will be here also. And I think that all of these will be in court tomorrow. And again, I will definitely be in court tomorrow as a representative of the community, somebody who does not, and I'm just going to be honest with you, does not trust Scarlett Wilson to bring a conviction, even though I've found out that she's actually not going to be the one litigating this case, but it is in her office, and her office has a track record of not convicting law enforcement officers. So the eyes of the community will be inside of this courtroom. Myself and Minister DeAndre Muhammad will be inside of this courtroom tomorrow with the family to just make sure that they understand that we're watching. We are watching. Ain't no cop gonna just kill 3 women like that on Mother's Day, the day after the youngest one graduated from college. Spend 3 years out here on bond, doing whatever she wants to do, and then go to court and get let off. Again, Scarlett Wilson doesn't have a proven track record of convictions when it comes to police. I put the information on my Facebook page, and I left one off, one that somebody else reminded me about that I'd forgotten. That's like 8 different law enforcement officer involved killings. Okay, not just shootings, but vehicular homicides, and nobody went to jail for it. Nobody went to jail for it. Now, you're gonna say, well, Michael Slager. Well, Michael Slager did not go to jail because of Scarlett Wilson. Scarlett Wilson, even with Faden Santana's video, could not bring a conviction in that case, and Michael Slager walked. And if it hadn't been for the federal case, the civil rights violation, Michael Slager would not be in prison right now. Scarlett Wilson did not get a conviction in that case. So, it's the pastor. I only wanted to get on here and give you an update, okay, where we're at today. This morning, again, it was a closed courtroom as they brought in, I think it's 44 people, in order to qualify them, to say that these are all qualified to serve on a jury. That was this morning, a closed session. Once that's completed, then they'll go to the separate courtrooms, because apparently there's 2 cases being tried this week where juries are needed. They will go to the separate courtrooms, and inside of the separate courtrooms, that's when the actual jury selection will take place. Possibly today, possibly tomorrow. Don't know. But if it's tomorrow, that'll be great, because the family will be here, because the family's not here today. But the jury selection will take place. I will be in the courtroom with the family tomorrow, and I'll be reporting back out to the community as the eyes of the community within that courtroom, and in support of this family that I've been in support of since this happened. And we will just see how this all pans out and how this all goes, okay? Justice delayed is justice denied. I didn't write that. I'm not the author of that, but it's a fact. And right now, justice has been delayed for this family, for Miss Betty, for Darren, for Eric, for Randall, Shanice and Miranda's father. Justice has been delayed and denied far too long. And as we get to this court case today, after all of these 3 years of stress-related, law enforcement-induced stress, now finally they're going to get in court, and we pray, and I need you all to pray that in this courtroom, that the God of justice will show up and show out. Because this didn't have to be this way. This didn't have to be this way. That girl driving over 70 miles an hour on a 35 mile an hour stretch of road at night, no flashing lights, blew through a stop sign, and literally used her car. Her car became a weapon that slaughtered these 3 women who didn't have a chance, and all they were doing was enjoying a Mother's Day and on their way home when they died because of this individual who is now finally 3 years later, we're 25 days short of 3 years, finally going into court. Pray for justice in this courtroom. Mr. Pastor, man, I love you all. Take care, and I'll keep y'all posted on what's going on. Peace.